Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome to Going Under. A game that, it might not be obvious what it is from looking at the front here. Maybe a business sim of some sort? City builder? No, it's a dungeon crawler. There you go. But it is a beautiful, bright and colourful and fun dungeon crawler, and not too terribly hard. As far it doesn't mean I won't struggle with it, but for a lot of game players out there, it's not as hard as something like Enter the Gungeon or Nuclear Throne or anything like that, but a lot of fun. So I've played a bit of it already, but let's get in there and make a fresh game. I've not quite beaten it. There we go.
Welcome to the beautiful city of Neo Cascadia. Did you have a nice monorail ride? We at Cubicle would like to congratulate you on joining the ranks of over 100,000 employees hired through the Impoverished Intern Initiative. As the largest e-commerce corporation in the nation-state, we're proud to support the next generation of innovators. It might be hard to believe, but Cubicle started out as nothing more than a great idea from someone just like you.
Like me?
Like so many Neo-Cascadian success stories, Cubicle began as a startup. Just a couple guys in a garage with nothing but a dream and a modest cash injection.
From Mummy and Daddy.
That's why we're paying it forward. Since the inception of our company, we've acquired countless startups and provided them with funding and hard workers to help accelerate their success. Our friendly integrated AI has assigned you as a marketing assistant at our latest member of the family, Fizzle Beverages. By inventing a sparkling water that's also a meal replacement, Fizzle cleverly disrupted two industries at once. There's no better place for an intern to grow than somewhere like Fizzle, where you'll never be the smartest person in the room.
I'm used to that.
When you're not hard at work with Fizzle, you'll have plenty of time to experience some of the rich Pacific Northwestern culture our great city has to offer. Now, let's go over some ground rules for your internship.
Oh yes, please.
First of all, never, under any circumstances, explore beneath the...
Not to be rude, but I already know all this stuff. I had to watch the same video when I applied online. How is that so? Let's skip the formalities and get right to the fun part. I bet you're excited to meet your new co-workers, Jacqueline. Yeah, I can't wait. I won't voice all the characters because you can read yourself. Also, there's too many characters. My limited repertoire of voices will quickly go. We'll go back to Squidward in a minute, though. This baldy-headed butthead here. In that case, let's get this icebreaker underway. Just follow me over to the... Oh, not again. What? What was that? It looks like the monsters have started to escape from the basement again. I really hate to do this to you on your first day, Jackie. Don't shorten people's names unless they've given you permission, okay? Some people will hate the shortened version of their name. Anyway, do what to me? Well, we can't have a meeting with that thing running around the office. I just need you to go do me a small little favour and go kill that monster for me. What, like, kill? Like, right now? I've never killed a person before. And you still won't have. You're probably not used to city life just yet, but here in Neo Cascadia, everyone kills their first monster sooner or later. It makes it easier to pretend you're in a video game and picture its hit point slowly decreasing every time you land a blow. So this is your first task as Fizzle Beverage's newest intern. Make us proud. Well, alright. Time to go kill a monster, I guess. Okay. New task for Marv. Find the monster and kill it. So, here we go. We can just bin the office around. Isn't it bright and beautifully coloured around here? And clearly a miserable place to work. I mean, we've got all the bright, colourful, very, very modern, pro-friendly type graphics around here. We've got all probably fake trees and hideous, what do you want to call it? A fountain in the middle. You know, seriously uncomfortable, fashionable furniture. I mean, imagine sitting on that. That is far too low, that table. You'd be sitting there with your knees hunched up under your chin. And a slide, for pity's sake. Very Google offices, isn't it, really? But here we go. This game is... Okay. First of all, I'll say two things about this game. For me, I found that the combat and the adventuring around is a lot of fun. Make the world a better place. The amount of text and chatting with the characters is a little much for me to end up skipping through it, which is probably a shame, because it is quite fun. We've got this purple domed plonker here as our boss, but there's a lot of other fun characters in the game we'll meet later, and they are kind of fun, and the game is very self-aware. It's self-referencing, and to other parts of the referencing to other parts of the game industry and recent games, not necessarily A-level game, AAA style games, but a lot of games that are, you know, common popular indie games like, you know, Atomic Throne and things like that as well, Nuclear Throne and things like that as well. So, combat in the game, we can hold 3 items, and we just slap people with things. That's what we do. We can throw them, and we can smack them as well. So let's go and smack this poor little monster over here, who's apparently escaped from the boat. Don't mind, guys. Carry on with your lattes or whatever the whole fizzy drinks you're having. Yes, I've got an item. I've got to watch out for this guy. He's also got an item as well. I don't think he's actually going to attack us. This poor little goblin here. Come back! There we go. We got him. There you go. Wasn't so hard, was it? I feel sick. By the way, our board is flashing. Our keyboard is flashing because it's going to break. It's fair enough. It's a huge keyboard, but you shouldn't be using it to beat people over the head, even someone as obnoxious as your boss. We've got some crates of antacid flavour fizzle in the back. You did a great job, Jackie. Well, thanks. There's just one tiny little extra step we've got to take care of, and that's go down the dungeon and kill the rest of them. Hey, what? What? No way, dude. You need, like, an exterminator or something. I apologise for saying dude as well. I understand that me saying dude, does not... probably makes you cringe to some degree. I'm sorry. I'm just reading it out. It won't be hard, I promise. You took out that one so easily. There's probably only 3 or 4 more locking down that slide. I said, no, man. Find someone else. I'm not going down there. So be it then. I really had high hopes for you, Jackie. I reviewed your resume personally. But if you haven't got the motivation to work at Fizzle, maybe I should ask Abby to reconsider your position here. Wait! Yes? I'll do it. I'll go down there and take a look. Oh, excellent. I knew I saw the spark in you, Jackie. Come back and see me as soon as you've cleared out all those monsters. Oh, don't take too long down there. Stand-up is in 15 minutes. What's a stand-up, by the way? Is that like a morning meeting? Sounds horrifying. You know what it is. Can I smack this guy? No, we can't, sadly. But we're a bit limited. We're in tutorial time right now. We've not got too much to worry about. But you can see over there, there is another dungeon. There's several other dungeons we've got to go through. We'll come to that. But first of all, we're going to go down to this. And this is one of my favourite parts of the game, which is the slide. And clearly one of Jacqueline's favourite parts of the game as well. In fact, she's still going wee when she gets to the bottom. Joplin, LLC, floor B1. It's all company based. So Joplin appears to be like some terrible 0 hours contract company that you can go and hire yourself out to and go from there. You might be a Joplin. Oh God, look at the happy face on that poster up there. We've got lots of things around here. We've got big things. We noticed that Jacqueline's struggled a little bit, which you can smack with, or you can throw. And when they flash red, it's because they're going to break. We've got a laptop, which we can do as well, and a potted cactus. Lots and lots of the terrain is smashable, but for now we're going to focus on, let's use a spear for now, and we're going to go and kill some little goblins. To you too. We can shift to focus on the enemy, which helps us to aim. This is also a game, I've got some money, about not spamming attacks, okay? I was spamming a little bit there. I found early on, best not to, as far as that goes. Because I've got randomly generated rooms. There are some sort of rules around what rooms you're likely to meet and where, but you know, every time random rooms from there. Lots of things that can be smashed up and picked up and smashed over people's heads. The enemies will try and do that sort of thing to you as well. A big skull. We can throw things or we can just smash things. Throwing, I found, is not very satisfying in the game. So that big object there, you saw that I had a small object we can obviously throw further. And we've got like a lob shot going on here. But it's actually a little hard to aim. Despite the very free open area it appears to have here, we've actually got sort of 8 directions we can fire, we can aim things at. But it's entirely possible for enemies to approach us between the sort of cardinal directions that we have there, and that can make things a little tricky. And this is a fast-paced game, despite that easy bit there, this easy start. You can't hang around aiming with the right mouse button and then throwing. Yeah, it's not usually very satisfying. You're often likely to miss as far, so it's a bit tricky. I would avoid that if at all possible, which is a shame. Even focusing, I found, is not very reliable. I found focusing turns off after a while. Dodge roll, yeah. Whee! Come here, you. You're a tutorial goblin thingy. There we go. Ping pong paddle. Notice different weapons have got different symbols next to them as well, which I haven't translated all of them, but they appear to be like how. So that appears to be a thrower, and that's a smack. Let's have a look. What's the? Not analysed it too much. Nice mess on the floor there. Yoga ball was fun because it continues to bounce around. Yeah, there's different stats for different items depending on what you pick up, and we've got low variety right now because we're in the tutorial. But later on we'll see there's different other items. It's best to learn what to use in different situations. You know, should you use a big long pokey spear or a close up fast attacking sword? That's a flask of coffee. We can pick that up and smash someone with it, but also drink it for a speed boost, and watch out for the flame because we can easily set ourselves on fire. Room we haven't been to yet. We can go back to we've been to before if we want to maybe go back to a shop or something. And over here, this room means a skill, which we can pin to our board. Indeed, so we can choose intimidating, just to knock down enemies upon entering a room, and deal double damage briefly after being hit. Sure, I like that because there's a spear up there. I like that because we are going to get hit, and it means that maybe when you're getting hit, you're in trouble, and therefore you should be, it's a good time to be doing more damage. Now, notice that I smacked the wall there. The box broke, and I immediately picked up the new box. So if I've got a space in my inventory, I will pick up new items like this just by running over them. Also, notice the box has got a 3 next to it, which is the damage. So it's not a great weapon for this. And some really big objects. Am I troubling you, Jacqueline? I'm sorry. I'm describing to the viewer how to play the game. You carry on swiping left to what you're doing there. Some objects, when you switch out, that you drop them. Let's get back to the box. This shelf, you see, is taking damage. We will find a number of items up on shelves like that we can grab, and you can use those. But sometimes reaching them can be tricky. And then we've got really heavy items. No, like this dolly. But you can feel there's a real bit of weight to it. But you've got to be careful because, of course, a number of enemies that are fast will hit you before you get a chance to use it. Anyway, let's go do some more fighting. Switch between items. We're fine for now, game. Thanks for the intro. You can sort of guess what they're going to do. You can, after a while, you start to learn the enemies, like any game. Let's give him a spear, shall we? I'll give him a little bit of pause, though. He's responding to the attack. He's getting hit. And responding to it, which is nice. He's not just like, I don't care what you do to me. Like in some games, some games they don't care what you do. The attacker almost ignores the hit, if you see what I mean. Bunch of normal boxes. Ooh! I like the mace. The mace has got a bit of heft to it and a bit of knockback. We've got a pin as well. A thumbtack. It says defense. A shield. I don't know what the shield means. If it's like... I don't think people take damage if you bump into you. It's just a... It's a stabbing weapon. But I'm sure all these things mean something if I made the effort into actually looking them up. What's on the back of this one? Oh, crab. It's the crabs on there. Because it's made by... The game's made by Aggro Crab. That's a bean bomb up there. A throwable weapon. We've got some basic clubs. We're good. I like the mace. Hello, guys. Throw junk from a safe distance. Yeah, that's the problem. It's hard to do. You gotta particularly watch out for them ganging up on you. You won't always hit. The game is good, but I find that the hit box can be a little bit off sometimes. So, oh, he's winding up for a swing there. Sometimes you think you're going to hit two with a swing, and you might not hit one of them, and they get a chance to hit you. Anyway, doing all right. Having proper weapons makes a big difference because it means that they last a lot longer. We can eat this. We can eat this big leg of dinosaur meat. I don't know. It's probably not real meat in the future, because we appear to be, you know, 2 seconds in the future kind of thing. We're carry on, Jacqueline. I'll just talk. You do what you're doing. Yeah, we appear to be like 2 seconds in the future, don't we? So we're it's the world of tomorrow going on here, the beautiful world of tomorrow, and I should imagine there's meat to eat as far as that goes. We've got a stapler over here. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Don't like missile weapons very much, particularly in this game. But there we go. We'll come back to that meat if we need to. Uh-oh. Charge up your attack to hit harder. Yeah, you can do that. But you can't store it. You can't store the attack. Oh, see, I took too long there, and I'll get hit. I have to go back and eat our leg. Oh, I broke the thing. There we go. He's down. What have we got here? All work and no play makes... Who's that? Someone a dull boy. I can't read it. Can't quite read all those. We can flip them around as well. We can make it spin. Hold on. We can make the... We can knock these down as well. Let's find something else to hit it with. Hold on. There we go. And these things can be used as weapons as well. And the monitor. See, why's that got a sword on it? Why's that got a sword as opposed to something else? I don't know. I don't understand what the rules are. Did I break my sword? I might have done it. It's possible to break weapons. I think I might have broken it. Oops, never mind. Yeah, smacking things with other things can break them. Let's eat this. That meat, it's called. Now we've got a massive bone, but it's really slow to swing around. Not really very useful. Okay, let's get out of here. Not too many rooms. Not too many rooms here because it's the tutorial. I'll give you a clue by the way. This number of mobs is not usual. We are supposed to lose this. Anyway. Regarding the unacceptably long bathroom breaks taken by contractors, from now on all toilet seats will be angled at 45 degrees to encourage... I smell something. I smell a productivity blocker. Not me. I'm working hard. Well, I'm not working hard. I should be doing work. I'm playing games for the viewer. But there you go. Hey, are you the boss around here? I got sent down here to let you know you guys really aren't supposed to be... We have no time for hold-ups. We're at this stage of the job. Eliminate the blocker. Contractors, and then we will resume our daily sync-up. Oh, a sync-up. Are you doing the same thing that we're about to do upstairs with our jobs? Anyway, do not try to sneak away to the bathroom after the battle, or I will know. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is too many. I'm sure there's somebody who can beat this lot. There's some really skilled players that can do this, but it's not me. I don't even know what would happen if you beat this lot. There's no exit from the room. Let's try. Damn it! I'm at last health. Can I do it? No! I was so close. I got the achievement anyway. I shouldn't imagine there was anything else I could do there, but we'll see. Okay. It's fine. We're not actually dead. we're continuing on. That's not how roguelikes work. You know that. You know these dungeon crawls. You come back and you do them again and again and again until you beat them. Thank you everyone for joining me for our daily stand-up. Again, I'm not going to do the voices, but some of them are kind of cool. I like the sounds that go with them, like Swamp here. Introduce the new intern. Put your hands together for Jacqueline Fiasco. What an appropriate name. Yeah, she's here. She's here. Am I late? We've got Tappy. Oh, I didn't notice actually their name and the tappy noise to go with it before. What do you mean the budget's tight enough as it is? We're interns. We don't get paid anything. Exactly. Miss Fiasco is unpaid, Tappy. Jacqueline, why don't you break the ice by telling us a bit about yourself? Start with your name and your favourite flavour of fizzle and your deepest, most passionate life's dream. Oh, God, I hate companies like this. Yes. My favourite fizzle flavour is Szechuan apricot. Szechuan apricot? Spicy apricot? I don't know. To one day having health insurance. It's a lofty dream. A bold choice of flavour. Fern makes the flavours in the drinks. And Jackie's here for... What was the ad for again? Marketing. Sure. the most valuable of jobs in companies. I'm a bit snippy about marketing. I'm sorry. But there we go. And we've got Cara, who's the grungy IT expert. That's got a lot of our advertising and PR is handled by a cutting-edge neural network. Doesn't mean there isn't room for a human touch here and there. Yeah, sure. As for our specific duties, I'm sure Avi can come up with something. Like fighting monsters. Exactly. Just ask the poor lady to do whatever terrible job. Exactly. I think Swamp's one of my favourites, actually. He's a barista. And he's, it's the sound effect, I think, of him talking that I particularly like. Yes, enough, come on. What do we make? Fizzle! What can it do? Replace breakfast, lunch and dinner. And why do we make it? I don't know. This is what I mean about it's kind of... The story's okay, but I'm not too interested enough to get involved in it too much. So we'll have to talk to the characters every now and then to get quests. But I'm happy to, you know, skip through it a lot of the time and just pick up the occasional funny point that happens here and there and there. And Jackie's going to discuss the goblin problem, which is we've still got to do it. New task from Marv: reach the bottom of Joblin and defeat the boss. So that's what we're going to be doing from now on. We're going to go down there, repeatedly go into the dungeon to try to beat the boss, which we'll be able to do eventually, and gain new skills and everything else. And part of that will be getting quests from this lot to do things. We'll cover those in a minute. Marvin's the easy one. Sorry, Marv. So did you make it? Make it where? To the bottom. The bottom of the dungeon, where the boss hangs out. Does it look like I made it? I totally got my butt kicked, man. I'll be real with you, I don't even think it's possible to make it that far. Tisk, that's no good, Jackie. You're going to need to start thinking more positively if you want to make any progress. You don't think someone else might be better suited for the job? The ad said it was a marketing internship. I'm not cut out for fighting monsters. Oh, I don't like the situation any more than you do, Jackie. But with those goblins constantly crawling up from underground and stealing our office supplies, we're never going to be able to meet our milestones. Deal with our little monster issue, and I promise we'll have you writing social media posts faster than you can hit the dabs. Whatever kids your age do. So I guess you're going to try again. You guessed right. Hang in there, Jackie. You'll be done with the task before you know it. Yes, maybe. Anyway. Oh my god, the water cooler is also fizzle. I'm not very fond of fizzy drinks. Drinking fizzy drinks all day would make me miserable. Anyway, let's go and talk to the delightful personality that is Cara. Look at that face. She's the lead engineer, sorry. Anyway, nothing for her so far, but we have a Claire. No, don't do that. Talk to her. No, I'm pressing the wrong button. A little cutie. Anyway, no quests so far, I guess. We're going to have to do a bit more before we can get any quests of these people. We've got... we'll leave Fern for now. We'll go and talk to... Swamp, though. Hello, Swamp. Hi, my name's Jackie. Hey, Beb. What it is about the Beb, I don't know. It's the spelling of Beb. It's like when you want to do an accent, and there's a couple of key words in an accent that help you to get the accent in your head and coming out of your mouth. And something about Beb just tells you everything about how Swamp talks. Them Swamp that we're Swamp like a marsh. Well, Beb, a marsh contains no wooded plants by definition, whereas a swamp can support many varieties of tree. But yeah, pretty much. Only it's spelled with an O. Nice to meet you, Jackie. We should hang out. Yeah, sure. He seems a little creepy. Everyone around is a bit creepy. But they're alright. They're okay. What have we got in here? What else have we got? Over here, we've got the fizzle machine, which doesn't really do anything. And we've got here the employee kiosk. So at some point, as we do quests for those idiots over there, those fine colleagues that we work with, we can assign a mentor who will give us, including Swamp and Tappy and the others, who will give us bonus powers of a sort. And we can also, later on, we can pin a skill. But to pin us, we'll find these skills in the dungeon. And there's more of them than this. We can get rid of more of these. But to pin them, we have to endorse them, which is a horrible phrase. I know. This is what I mean about the game being referential. It knows how marketing and terrible things like that in social media work. So we endorse the skill by using it enough times. So we go and find it in the dungeon. We use it enough times so we can pin it, and then we can keep it. We can have it pre-selected before we start the dungeon. And we can find all these in the dungeons. But we can only find other ones by unlocking them here first. Anyway, so it's all, in terms of how the games work, I think lots of it is very familiar. How dungeon crawlers work, with the skills and the powers, starting from scratch every single time. But it's got a nice look to it. I do like the bright. The big boss isn't here yet. I do love the bright and colourful look of the place. It is, and the wacky looking characters, including our Jacqueline, whom I not mainly like the idea of the slides, but she loves them. Should we give the dungeon another go? So first of all, this is not going to be a full playthrough of the game. What it'd be nice to do is maybe show you some bits of how the game works, and maybe show you the boss, and then skip ahead to the next dungeons and stuff like that. I'm not going to go all the way through, but I thought it's nice for you to see it, and if you like this kind of thing, go and play it. It's a lot of fun. Also, by the way, not that anyone cares about what I think about games, of course, but there we go. I hate stats in games. I don't mind the option of having stats available, but for someone like me, maybe for some of you guys as well, yeah, carry on, Jackie, to know how many times I've gone through a dungeon and how many times I've failed, obviously, to get a win, is actually not an enjoyable thing to me to see every single time. And in hard games, it's actually kind of depressing and demotivating. So have this option on here, maybe, but have it off on the side so that I can see it if I want to. Just a personal thought from me, if you agree or not. But I don't want to see how many times I've failed. Gets me down a little bit. French pressing. Abandoning hopes. What you get on the first room is random, so sadly we've got a bunch of crappy laptops, but we'll be alright. First room, one enemy. As far as I know, that's standard. Ooh, you wanna go? Oops. Electrocution damage, you notice there. Don't you try it. Gotcha! Give me that keyboard. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. What we got here? We've got a knife up on there. I wouldn't normally bother, but just because there's I've got so few weapons around. We have the shop. Let's go to the shop. Usually at least one shop on every dungeon floor is what I found. Maybe more. Sometimes a free weapon in there as well. All bought with the money I've been picking up. Fizzle Classic. Gives you an extra heart for this dungeon run only. Avocado toast, a delicious alternative to home ownership. Job Witch for Joblin on the go. We have some skills to pick up. We have the clap back after taking damage, knock down nearby enemies. So this would equip it now. And we have the Frogo, which is kind of it's a bouncy... Well, we might buy it in a minute. Should we buy it? No, I don't know. I don't like it very much. You just bounce around on it. It's a pogo stick. And it sort of injure enemies as you bounce around. It's not a lot of control, though. But there we go. If I want to try to complete the dungeon on this run, which I might do, then I'll at least have a chance of doing it. And getting on the old Frogo here is not really going to help me. Anyway, Jelly, how you doing? Are you buying anything? Loitering isn't permitted here. Aren't you going to attack me or something? Why would I do that? Seems pretty bad for business. There we go. We can come back here. Entering to the last room to go to the boss stops us going backwards. But otherwise, we can backtrack if we get more money. There we go. Sword's fast enough to get spamming attacks. Too many enemies around, not a good idea. What have you guys got? Clubs. Another knife. We'll switch out the Jumbo Sword now just because we can, and it means that I know that we've dropped the one that we're using. It's got a few uses out of it. This is a fresh one. Oh, one of those little guys. So it's of course in these games it's about learning the attacks, isn't it? What do these guys do? How do they work? This one we know. Now this guy, this little nerd here, he's on fire. Good job, guys. He always has a lunge back. He's run to the fire, and then he attacks. It's an annoying attack anyway, but when they've got a long weapon, it also makes it particularly nasty, like a broom or a spear, because it means that they've got a good chance of giving you a good smacking, and maybe you'll miss them. Also, you're not allowed to catch them. You say you've got a slow enemy in front of you, and then that guy, there's a good chance you're going to miss hitting both of them, and then he's going to come in and do some damage to you. And of course, like any game like this, you can't afford any damage.